Project Dirt, Chapter 23, Pirates and Angels. Are you sure? Adam was out of his chair and ran towards the admin. Rogues was already there when he came in and looked at the screen as 5 ships approached Dirt. The ships were bigger than a dream. He would guess corvettes or frigates, but the first was a destroyer. Rogues called for the fighters to take off, and one of the new crewmates took over for CERN as he ran to get ready. "Eat here?" Adam asked, as CERN left his seat. "1 hour, sir." Canus, a Dushin's former communications officer, replied as he sat down. He had taken over for CERN. Adam had barely time to notice as Kaiwa commanded 10 of the children into the drone room. "Okay, everybody, calm down, open a channel, and start preparing the dream for takeoff with the children. If necessary, the evacuation will be toward the Galileo colony." Vorts looked at him. "That's 6 months away." "Yes, but it's safe from slavers. If they invade, you can escape there and live free at least. Now open the channel." The room looked at him briefly, as if they realized he had not included himself in the plan. And then Carnus opened the channel. "Channel open, sir," he said, and Adam nodded and looked at the screen. "Hello, my name's Adam Wrangler, and I'm the administrator of this sector. Who am I addressing?" The screen suddenly jumps to life, and for a second, Adam thinks that Feda Kungo Mutt has survived. But this one looks younger. "I am Captain Jaji Mutt of the Lanran Pirates. I think you met my father. I have come to avenge him and take what is mine." They could barely see the bridge, but what they saw looked strange. The ship looked new, almost as if it had just come straight from the factory. "So, you're the son of Kungo Mutt. You know he planned to have me killed and steal my ship. I only defended myself and my property according to the intergalactic law. If you have any grievances, then bring them up with law enforcers. Then you can sue me. Attacking me gives me the right to defend myself, my clan, my guests, and my property." Adam tried to act calm. If he could make this fool believe he had a proper defense, then they might have a chance of leaving without bloodshed. Captain Jaji laughed. "They will all soon be mine to sell to the highest bidder. I already have buyers for you. You are quite a prize. I guess we have nothing more to talk about now." Adam cut the communication and turned to Rux. "What do we have ready?" "We can start with drones. Once those are exhausted, the kids can run to the ships. All the men and women who can fight are armed. My squad can probably take out 1 or 2 of the smaller ones. The frigates and destroyer might be possible. We need to read your droids. Well, 2 of them took off." "Took off?" He turned to the Archangel, who was next to him. "Why?" "Defense of the system, sir. They will attempt boarding one of the frigates and use it to crash into the destroyer." Adam cited. "Did you run this by rogues?" "No. Why?" Archangel replied. "Because he is second in command and security officer. If I'm incapacitated, you follow his orders. But yes, hide behind the nitrogen cubes. The last 3 stay here. Have 1 defend the children." The droid's blue light lights up briefly as the new information is uploaded. Rogues nods and then turns his attention to the screen. "We hide the ship with the youngest children under the volcano ash. Anybody left here after 30 is here to fight." Then he looked at the media and inspectors and smirked. "Or to observe, though I don't think the pirates will care, probably kill you to ensure you can't witness. So make up your mind. Stay or go to the hangar now." Adam looked at them, then saw Kaiwa at the door and winked at him. "Crash mode is activated. Give them hell. Focus on the smallest ships." Kaiwa grinned and ran back in. The media had no plans to leave, as they were too busy recording everything. The inspectors wanted access to the communication, but Karnas told them it was jammed. It seemed like military-level tech. Kina reported that the scanners showed the frigates were of Haran design, and the destroyer was a Tufon design, the latest model. As she reported, the drones attacked, and suddenly, there were only 4 ships left as a corvette was bombarded by kamikaze drones. They could hear the wild cheers from the room next, and Adam could not help but smile a little. The second corvette was more prepared and moved closer to the frigates as the drones tried to take it out again. Kina used the opportunity to attack the frigate, and the heavy bomber managed to damage one of the frigates so much that they changed their focus towards her and the escort, which gave the kids the opening they needed. Drones bombarded both ships, and they started to implode. Adam smiled as this seemed to go their way. "Ship inbounds. It looks like they called for reinforcement. It's a Biljino carrier. God damn it, they are launching fighters. Both Rokes and York cursed. Adam looked at them. What? My people really liked drones. Each of those fighters will have 10 drones as escorts. Remove our squad and use the drones against them. If we are lucky, we can keep them from reaching the planet. York replied. They are going to swarm us. The fighters are better suited as escorts. Now, we can use the nitrogen cubes against the carrier and make it crash into it. I'll take control of the drones. Get the kids out. Adam turned to the droid next to him. You're the bodyguard. Make sure the children are safe. Defend them and escort them to the ship now. The droid's name tag changed, and they immediately walked in to get Kaiwa and the kids. He could hear them try to protest, but the droid ignored everything they said and ordered them to the ship. Adam looked around. If you want to leave, you leave now. I will try negotiating, but I fear we might have to fight out of this one. York gave Merca to Skilaf and told her to keep him safe. Adam smiled as he saw how Jork tenderly caressed Ski's face. They had connected, and he was happy for him. He was about to order him to follow, but he knew he would ignore that order. Instead, he focused on the task. The destroyer was getting dangerously close to dirt, and they saw the two droids make contact with the frigate on the screen. They seemed to cause full panic on the ship, but the destroyer suddenly shot the frigate with several ion cannons, and the frigate stopped its erratic movement and just floated. Dead in space, Rokes cursed, and Jork sat down to work. Carrier in range, moving the IC-cube now. They watched on the screen as the carrier was rammed, but didn't break. Instead, it started to push back as the drones and ships started to shoot away at the drones, pushing the giant ice cube. Jork maneuvered a second ice cube into position, and the ship was crushed between them. The destroyer was now only 5 minutes away. Adam looked at Jork, who turned to the screen and turned the lasers that were used to melt the ice cube towards the destroyer. But the moment they turned towards the ship, the destroyer blasted the whole giant ice cube and the drone there. Shit, Adam said as a shot was fired from the destroyer in orbit, hitting the ground outside the base, leaving a large crater in front of the base. Damn it, we can't fight them like this. We need to get them down on the ground. Call him up again. Karnus turned the channel again, and Adam looked at the screen. Okay, you made your point. I surrender to you. You have to come down to get me. That was always the plan. Stand down as I call the rest of my fleet. Then he cut the communication as Karnus looked at the screen. 3 more ships entered the system. Wait. Make that 4. That last one is a beast. Adam looked at Rokes. Once he is down, I will go out and talk to him. Try to stall. You get the men in position. If we can get the ship, we might have a chance. He turned to Karnus. What were the other ships? Karnus checked the data. 2 transports, 1 more frigate, and the last looks like a destroyer, carrier, or a mix of the two. Rokes looked at Jork. Once we engage the pirates, you start going after those transports and frigates with everything. We get the destroyer and try to take out the last one. Adam agreed to the plan, went down to suit up, armed himself, and met the pirate. He watched as the destroyer made its way to the surface. It was a giant ship, about 500 meters long, looking like a giant mace. When the ship touched down, he walked out. He just hoped the others were in position. He looked at Archangel, who suddenly stopped, and he could see its blue lights blinking. Great time for an update. He cursed silently as he walked out. The ramp from the destroyer opened, and he saw a group of pirates walking out. Above them, in the distance, he thought he could see 4 dots approaching. They needed to do this fast. Captain Jarji stopped 5 meters from him. Are you Adam Wrangler? Yes. And He didn't hear the shoot or felt it. He just saw the pistol and the flash. He touches his side, right side, the lower rib. There was blood but the pirate said something, but all he could see was the 4 dots. No 2 dots, 1 dot. Then he fell, and then darkness came. Hara screamed as she saw it. The bastard had just shot him. She saw the firefight starting, but she didn't care. She ran out of the administration, ignoring everybody as she grabbed her emergency kit. She heard the shouting and screaming behind her, but she had only one goal: to get to Adam. There might still be hope. When she broke out of the door and stepped out of the base, she suddenly saw something fall from the sky. It was humanoid and landed on top of Adam, took out something that looked like a medkit, and kneeled down to examine him. The pirates were about to shoot at it when 10 metallic shapes dropped around Adam, forming a protective shield. She suddenly recognized them. They were battle droids, like the one Adam had, but this beauty is newer and slightly bigger. They immediately engaged the enemy. She saw Rox looking confused and then grinned as he started barking out orders that these new droids followed. The person with Adam picked him up like a child and carried him toward her. "You're Hara, right? The medic, let's go. He needs the medical station." Hara looked at this metallic warrior with a slightly feminine voice, then saw 30 more dropping from the giant ship hovering over them. Adam's arc was written alongside the symbol of the United Human Colonies. She realized these were humans, human soldiers, and they had come for Adam. Right now, she only needed to focus on saving him, and they both ran inside. Inside, the crew was looking as they made it inside the medical bay. Everybody followed them as they got him inside and quickly got him out of the suit. The human was clearly not a doctor, but knew how to activate the different programs, so she called for a Dr. Jansen. She had removed her helmet now, and Hara was stunned. Her beauty rivaled the Sizia, and it didn't make sense. Adam looked dead, but this woman was talking to him. "You don't get to die on me now, you fucking bastard. I will kill you if you do. Do you understand?" She hit his chest in pure frustration, and a jolt of electricity jumped from the woman's fist and made Adam shock, and she saw on the monitor a heartbeat. Hara pushed the woman away. "I got this." She started to work as a human man came in. He saw what she was doing and immediately started to assist as he shouted to the woman, "Major, get out of here. There is nothing more you can do here. You have to secure the area." The woman looked at Adam and saw the heartbeat and smiled. "You damn fool." Then she grabbed her helmet, put it on, and left. Adam woke up in a bed feeling like shit, but he didn't open his eyes. Instead, he tried to breathe. It was painful. He knew he wasn't dead since it was so painful to move. He touched his side, where he knew he had been shot. It felt weird. He slowly opened his eyes and looked around. In the chair next to him slept an angel.